How's it going, creeps? Welcome back to Cinema Creep, and welcome to our early morning horror news live stream. And I've got to say, I kind of like these early morning streams. This is the second week in a row that we've done it. Last Thursday, we did the mega horror trailer trash live stream where we just did basically trailer trash videos in a live stream format, and I really enjoyed doing that. So here I am back, a glutton for punishment, doing early morning live streams as well. So if you're new here, my name is Drucifer. This is Cinema Creep. Here we talk about all things vile, disgusting, and downright terrifying in the world of horror cinema. And today we're going to be talking about some horror news. And if you read the stream right, we're going to be talking a little bit about Call of Duty, Mickey Mouse, and the new Salem Lot series coming to Max. So hope you guys got some coffee and strap right in, because we're going to go ahead and we're going to jump straight into it. So first and foremost, here at Cinema Creep, like I said, we talk about not just horror films, but we talk about horror games as well. So we're going to talk about both of those things in today's stream. Every Tuesday night we do Gruesome Game Night, where we play a different horror game, and on Friday nights we do the Friday Night Creep Show. With everything else on the channel, we do horror trailer reviews, reactions, and ratings, and we also do just regular horror film reviews. So some of this we're going to be taking straight from Bloody Disgusting and Fangoria, and just chatting up about the different things going on in the horror world to get us all caught up. And then we may round it off with, checking out IMDb just to see what kind of releases are coming out, and search a little bit deeper on some of these films. All right, so let's go ahead and let's bring up some news articles here. All right, guys, so here on Bloody Disgusting, we're going to looking at the new Salem's Lot movie, and this says it sinks its teeth into Max on October 3rd, 2024. So if you guys are a Salem's Lot fan, which I am here, you might be stoked about this. Now, I haven't read too much about who's involved in this, because it's kind of, to me, been sort of on the back burner, kind of floating, in the background a little bit with everything else that's been coming out. But I am pretty stoked on it. So let me see here. Stephen King has signed off on it and recently tweeted praise for the film. I thought it was going to be a series. Praise for the film, and said the new Salem's Lot, he said he has seen it and it is quite good. So if you're a horror filmmaker, horror writer, and you can get a sign off from Stephen King, that is amazing, and that really sets you up. So says it's old school horror filmmaking, slow build, big payoff. Not sure why WB is holding it back, not like it's embarrassing or anything. And it's weird that he would add that little ending part, It's not like it's embarrassing or anything. So Salem's Lot 2024, set circa 1975, and that was when King's book was first published. Haunted by an incident from his childhood, author Ben Mears returns to his hometown of Jerusalem, Lot, in search of inspiration for his next book, only to discover the town is being preyed upon by a bloodthirsty vampire and his loyal servant. Cast includes Lewis Pullman, Mackenzie Lee, Alfred Woodard, Bill Camp, John Benjamin Hickey, Nicholas Cravetti, Jordan Preston Carter, William Sadler, Spencer Treat Clark, Cade Woodward, and Deborah Christopherson, and Pilu Asbeck. So director-photographer Michael Burgess. Name sounds awfully familiar. Michael Burgess. Hang on, let me take a side quest over here and see what Michael Burgess has done, because I know that name. Or I feel like I know that name, or maybe that's just a standard name. All right, here we go. So he worked on The Nun. Maybe that's potentially where I know where he is from. Let me bring this up over here. So Michael Burgess has worked on The Nun, Aquaman, Logan, Conjuring. He's done a lot of camera work on different things. So I've probably just seen his name somewhere. A lot of TV, a lot of films. So Michael Burgess. Anyways, it says right here, Annabelle Comes Home, The Conjuring, Devil Made Me Do It. Let me see. Who is Jeffrey Wetzel? Malignant and Annabelle Comes Home. Sick. So if you don't remember, it talks a little bit right here. So fresh off Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Tobe Hooper directed the very first adaptation of Salem's Lot back in 1979, and a new miniseries followed in its wake recently in 2024. I thought we were getting a remake of the series, not a remake of the actual movie or a spin-off of the actual movie. But Salem's Lot is a sick one. I'm a fan of it. So this is something to watch out for. If you guys are stoked on it, let me know in chat. And I think we can watch the first 2 minutes of it. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and watch the first 2 minutes of it just to see if it's going to be good, and then we'll talk about some more news. I might have to click through to YouTube here. Let's see. Yes, and a demonetization for this stream is bound to happen anyhow, so let's go ahead and make sure that we solidify that by watching this first 2 minutes.
Where's the body?
Okay, fine, I'll go.
No stairs.
That's where I saw Barlow get Mr. Burke. There's a ladder outside.
Get your stakes and crosses ready. See anything?
Is anyone else hearing this?
So that looks sick already. So I'm into that. I like the look of it. I like the feel of it. And I think that I think we've got a good team on this. Just not just from the cinematography of it, but you could hear that score a little bit in there. And the cast looks like they're going to do an excellent job. So this looks really, really gnarly. So I'm stoked on this. This is going to be a must watch for me. And it's coming out at the perfect time. I think it said October 3rd. Which means right in time for Halloween season. So it's already technically Halloween season, but right there in the month of October. So Cinema Creep will be dropping a 30 Days of Halloween movie calendar. So it will be my specially curated calendar for things you need to watch during the month of October, this coming October. So this may land on the list. I'm piecing that calendar together as we speak. So so Salem's Lot, that little 2-minute clip got a 4 out of 5 creeps for me. So stoked on it. Let me know in the chat how you guys feel about it. But pleasantly surprised. Sometimes when things like this come around, they sort of just, especially when they go straight to streaming, they kind of get lost in the weeds, and I don't end up seeing them. But this one, I'm definitely going to make the effort. I'm going to go above and beyond to see it. All right, so you guys know last week we talked about one of these Poonaverse Mickey Mouse trailers, and it looks like there's another one coming out. So Mouse Boat Massacre. Exclusive first look at another upcoming Mickey Mouse horror movie. So this is on Bloody Disgusting. So shout out to John Squires here doing his work on this article. But we're going to skip past all that, and we're just going to, read some of these details. So here's a couple first look images. I don't know if you guys could see that real well, but it looks like Mickey Mouse mask person here. And here, this is actually kind of a gnarly shot, this bottom one. Now, you guys know how I feel about the Poonaverse and the Mickey Mouse stuff, and, taking all of this stuff that's recently become, in public domain, these characters like Winnie the Pooh and Mickey Mouse and Peter Pan. The Peter Pan one looks kind of sick when we watched that last Thursday on stream. We kind of all agree that exceeded expectations, that trailer. But I think it's just low-hanging fruit. I think this kind of shit is just like, it's fun to watch, but it's to me, the amount of money and stuff that they tie up in these type of films, I think it would be way better off if they would just make something completely original. So I guess Mouse Boat Massacre paints a terrifying and unsettling picture, a slasher horror film that takes a beloved childhood icon and twists it into something nightmarish. The juxtaposition of something so innocent with a dark psychotic twist is a brilliant way to tap into deep-seated fears and nostalgia gone wrong. The story follows a young woman battling a drug addiction who suddenly begins to see a mutated mouse-human hybrid who infests her life. Those around her begin to drop like flies. So what an easy trope for something like this, or story synopsis, like a drug-riddled person starts seeing a mouse, I'm guessing there might not be a trailer yet. So we have Mousetrap, Screamboat, and now we have Mouse Boat Massacre as these Mickey Mouse, horror films. So, again, not extremely stoked on them, but I feel like we need to mention them here at Cinema Creep because they are weird, they are horror, and I talked about the other ones, so we're going to talk about this one. All right, let me see here. So the Burbs. What do you guys think about the Burbs? So it is probably one of my favorite personal movies, right? And it is one of the greatest horror movie comedies of all times. The one with Tom Hanks. And it is getting a reboot. So The Burbs, Keke Palmer starring in TV series adaptation of Joe Dante's 1989 classic. So Joe Dante's dark comedy favorite The Burbs is headed to the small screen with a TV series adaptation for Peacock. And Keke Palmer, she was in Nope, has been set to star in the series. Sets in present-day suburbia, The Burbs follows a young couple returning to the husband's childhood home. So their world is upended when new neighbors move in next door, bringing old secrets of the cul-de-sac to light, and new deadly threats shatter the illusion of their quiet little neighborhood. And Seth MacFarlane is set to executive produce this, with Brian Grazer of Imagine Entertainment. And Keke Palmer is also executive producing. So, obviously, you guys remember the original movie starred Tom Hanks, Carrie Fisher, Bruce Dern, and Corey Feldman. So I wonder if Corey Feldman will make a cameo in this, you know, especially with his current, I guess, rise to infamy. You know, Corey Feldman was an awesome child actor. You know, he was in, of course, this, Lost Boys, The Goonies, as well as some other stuff, but those were like the three that he did for me. So definitely an amazing child actor, and be really interesting to see him make a cameo and come back in this. Let me see. All right, so definitely stoked on this. I'll watch it. So this is a continuation of the story. I think what it is Tom Hanks plays Keke Palmer's father-in-law, right? And they go back to her husband's childhood home. And this is all going to be filmed on, I guess, the Universal backlots, just like the original movie was. So it's going to be really interesting because hopefully they're using the same set. Hopefully it gives that same vibe. Stoked for it. Like I said, I'm going to watch it, but I don't think it'll live up to my expectations just because of how much I love the original. But who knows? It could be really, really rad because there's a lot of talented people involved with it. So that was the Burbs. Now, we've talked Salem's Lot. We've talked the Burbs. We've talked about a little bit about Mouseboat Massacre. So let me see, what else is there that is coming out that I wanted to talk about. I'm not going to watch any trailers in today's stream unless somebody pops up in chat and they want to watch something specific. But I really just wanted to touch on those few bits of news. We're going to talk about some game news here in just a few minutes. So I'm perusing Fangoria, and I'm perusing Bloody Disgusting. Ooh, I do want to look at this Svengoolie news. So here's an exclusive from Fangoria. Svengoolie's Halloween Bonanza returns for spooky season. So Svengoolie and the Sven Squad will bring back-to-back movies, classic TV to Me TV all throughout October. So Svengoolie, if you guys know him, or if you don't, he is an OG horror movie, I guess I would call him host. You know, he was doing the Joe Bob's Brick thing way back when, right? So back in the era of USA and TNT, Monster Vision, Svengoolie's always been around. So it looks like he is, I don't want to say coming back because he hasn't went away, but he is going to be doing his back-to-back movies again this October on Me TV. So I think you can watch him on his YouTube channel as well. I don't know where you can watch Me TV. I don't even know what the hell that is. I've heard of it, but 45 years he's been playing the iconic horror host Svengoolie. Isn't that insane? You know, like, this is the kind of stuff that made a lot of us when we were younger, you know, not just Monster Vision, right? But like stuff like Svengoolie, you know. So he is coming back, and does it say what we'll be playing? Okay, sweet. So every Saturday night in October, Svengoolie's Halloween Bonanza will air back-to-back movies and classic TV horror fun, including The Twilight Zone, Kolchak, The Night Stalker, and encore presentations of Me TV's Sven Tooney, and so much more. Let's see. He'll be joined by the Sven Squad crew, Sarah Palmer as a gorgeous ghoul, Gwen Gooley, Scott Greider as a devishly invigorating imp, and Bill Leff as the 800-year-old vampire. Here's the whole crew right here. So, and obviously, this is a more of like a little goofy take on some of the Universal classic monsters, and their sets are always a lot of fun, you know. So, if you've never watched Svengoolie, I would definitely give it a shot. Watch some cheesy old movies, and you know, just support this type of thing. You know, The Last Drive-In with Joe Bob Briggs and what AMC and Shudder's doing with that is amazing. That came back years ago, and it's doing really, really well. So I think Svengoolie needs to be right up there with Joe Bob Briggs. You know, I think that we need AMC or somebody like that to pick him up. I mean, 45 years of doing this, he's obviously probably not struggling. I don't know what the ratings are on this kind of thing, but let's look up MeTV, because I don't even know what MeTV is. Classic Television Network. Okay. Let's click through to it and see. Look, Svengoolie's on the front page. Alright, so where to watch MeTV? None of these are me. What location is my is that channel 18? Is that what that means? I don't even understand how to watch that. Channel 41? 122? I don't know. I don't understand how this works. Can I not just stream it? Does anybody know in the chat how this works? MeTV. Okay, cool. So that's something I'm going to figure out, because I'm going to tune into Svengoolie this October. All right, so let's go ahead and let's talk about some games, because you guys know, like I said, I have Gruesome Game Night here on the Cinema Creep channel every Tuesday night, and I'm always looking for something new to play. And just when I thought that I was out for good, Call of Duty has brought me back in. Now, I've swore off Call of Duty after their last Halloween event. Their Halloween event in 2023 was so gnarly. Me and my friends had such a fun time playing it, and it was so well done that once it was over, I was like, well, Call of Duty cannot compare to this, you know, and got into playing nothing but horror games again after that. So haven't played any Call of Duty since. So not only am I way out of practice, I also just, you know, found better games to play. But they're coming back hard and heavy with this year's Halloween event. We're going to watch the trailer for it here in just a second. But the Haunting event for Modern Warfare 3 brings Art the Clown, Michael Myers, and more. September 18th. So we're talking about in 6 days, guys. We need to get in on this, and it's pissing me off because I really didn't want to have to go back and play Call of Duty. And now it could suck, but I doubt it. Like I said, their last Halloween event was super, super sick. So let's watch this and see what the trailer looks like for it.
May still be survivors.
Let's move.
And they got Shook Ones playing by Mobb Deep.
Helmet camera up. Stay frosty. Movement.
sick.
Everyone fall back! Repeat, fall back! Does anyone read me?
Damn you, Call of Duty. Why do they have to put together such a sick trailer? I mean, that looked really good to me. What do you guys think about it? I think that that was really, really sick. Not only did they have, of course, they had Sam from Trick or Treat. You know, they had some of the other kids. You could see the one that had the Dracula mask from the movie Trick or Treat. Art the Clown, Michael Myers. They're probably going to have some more people in there, but they had it set to that tune of Mobb Deep's Shook Ones. Like, just a crazy, crazy trailer. And it looked really, really gnarly. So we're going to have to play that for sure on our gruesome game nights once it comes out. So like I said, we got 6 days. Comes out on the 18th, so I'm sure me and the Boom Squad boys will be dropping back into the war zone, at least to hit those objectives, right? Because, man, the last Halloween event was just, like I said, it was just too good. So stoked on that. Let me know what you guys think about it, but damn you, Call of Duty. Damian Leone bringing me back in when I thought I was off the wagon. But here I am, back on it. All right, so you guys know my feelings surrounding this movie. I forgot to touch on this one before we hopped into the game stuff, but The Crow, starring Bill Skarsgård, flies home this week, it says. So obviously this is now coming to streaming, and that is probably where I will watch it. Premium video on demand, premium electronic sale, September 13th, so on Friday 13th. This was something that I was not extremely stoked on. You know, obviously being a fan, 1994 movie, The Crow, starring Brandon Lee. I made a reaction trailer to this on the channel, and, you know, just let you guys know I was not stoked on it. Now, I'm pretty sure this flopped. Let's see. Let's see what it says here. So, it had a budget of $50 million. Right here. Budget $50 million, and it made $21 million. So, it lost $30 million. And yeah, I think it's overwhelmingly got bad reviews, and I think that it was just because they changed the story up too much, you know, and people take The Crow like very, very seriously, you know. I didn't realize how deep and how much emotional attachment people had to that story until I came out with my trailer on it. Like, I've always just thought the movie was sick. The first one and the second one, City of Angels, watched them as a kid, right? It's just always been one of those cool movies, you know? And then obviously the whole mystery surrounding Brandon Lee's death and stuff has always just made it really interesting to me, right? But people really wrap up a lot of not just their personality traits, but their emotional ties to it go deep, you know? And that's cool. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. So when they come out with a new film, right, like a remake or like a reimagining, right, and it doesn't live up to the hype, people take that personally, right, and they can just tank the movie. So you really have to be careful with stuff like that, you know. So The Crow is coming out. I'm going to watch it. I'll do a full movie review once it hits streaming here on the channel. I did not want to pay to go see it, so that's why I've waited this long. I'm a big Bill Skarsgård fan, though. I think he is amazing and one of the best modern-day working horror actors. So I just hate that he had to be in this and it tanked like it did. But, you know, I'm sure the script read, you know, nicely, maybe. I don't know. It just is, you know, he normally always nails his roles. I'm sure he does fine in it. I think it's probably just the overall story, like I said, and people's emotional attachment to it that made it not do well. All right, so let's move right along to this right here. More game news, guys. Home Safety Hotline comes to consoles September 20th. I have yet to see anything about this, but you guys know I am a big Puppet Combo fan. So Puppet Combo being the game developer of some of the games I like to play here on Gruesome Game Night on the channel. You know, games like Nun Massacre or Murder House, or obviously through Comp 3, Rewind or Die, or Stay Out of the House, games like that, right? A lot of fun playing those PS1 styled horror survival games. And this one, I think, is another one of those that was created Night Signal Entertainment, and it is being released through Puppet Combo. So it is a point-and-click call center horror game that will arrive on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series, and Xbox One, and the Nintendo Switch on September 20th. So I don't know how much I enjoy like point-and-click games, but I'll probably try this one out just because it is a Puppet Combo game. So let's check out the trailer for it right now.
Hi, I'm concerned about the stability of my new home.
Hi, I'm so sorry. My name is Grace, and it's probably nothing.
Okay, do you want to explain to me what the hell is happening?
Some kind of animal has gotten into my cellar. There were Satan worshippers in my shed.
You figure out what's going on in my house, and you figure it out now!
Please hold.
Welcome to Home Safety Hotline, new employee.
Okay, so let me tell you about this kind of thing, right? Games like this remind me of things. Obviously, point-and-click games were a lot more popular back in the day. Now they're coming back. I've seen a lot of them on Steam popping up recently. But I think it's really cool when a developer thinks outside the box and they make something like this. And especially if they can keep you engaged with the story. And that looks really cool. Will I play it? Probably not on stream. I'll probably give it a go, especially since Puppet Combo games are normally like priced really fairly. You know, you're paying under $20 almost every single time for them. So, yeah, I'll probably try it out. It looked cool, but it's not something I'll probably play on Gruesome Game Night unless you guys request it, for the simple fact of it just isn't like a game, I think, that would hold people's attention if I streamed it. But definitely looks cool. So, all right, let's check out the next game on our list here. So, Night of the Dead Simulator, available now on PlayStation and other platforms to follow. So I have not seen anything about this. Let me see. WildSphere and developer Unknown People Lab have recently released Night of the Dead Simulator to PlayStation with Steam, Xbox, and Switch following over the course of the month. You mow down hordes of the undead with a variety of weapons, only this time we get the unique addition of a body cam style perspective. So these body style cam perspective games, guys, are rising in popularity. I've played a couple of them, and they look really cool. If you watched the Gruesome Game Night last Tuesday, I believe it was, or not this past Tuesday, but the one before that, we played Dark Phobia games, homeless, and that was really, really sick. And it was sort of like a body cam style game where you played a security guard patrolling the subways of New York City. And I had a lot of fun with that one. And I've played Fractured Mind, the demo for that, which is another body cam kind of game. So, there's a lot of them popping up out there. Like I said, they are just rising in popularity. But let's check this one out, because this might be cool. I mean, body cam and zombies, right? Is this co-op? Oh, third person. This could be sick. So I think this would be a whole lot of fun if it was co-op. Like if I could play this with the Boom Squad boys, we would probably have a ton of fun playing this. Now, would it be that much fun playing alone? Maybe not, but it looks fun nonetheless. This is something I could play on stream, just it's going to be one of those just mindless, like, let's just spray and pray and light them up type games, right? I think this would be a good time. So, that was Night of the Dead Simulator. So it should be out on Xbox and PC. And did this say Nintendo Switch? No, that was the other game. No, Switch as well over the course of the month. So it's coming out everywhere. So keep your eyes peeled if you're not on PlayStation. It'll be out on the Xbox store soon. All right, so I spent a good amount of time in this game here, Dead Island 2, playing with the Boom Squad guys, and again, this one was a lot of fun. So Ultimate Edition coming October 22nd alongside new Horde mode. So this was a really fun game. If you're into Dead Island stuff at all, if you haven't played this yet, I highly recommend playing it. Now, the problem with Dead Island 2 is it sort of gets repetitive. It's cool, putting maybe, 100 hours into it. Because then you go through all of the weapon crafting that you can do, and you kind of start seeing the same scenarios over and over again play out. But it was a whole lot of fun, and you definitely can sink 100 hours into this game and have a lot of fun with it. Will I be playing any new DLCs with it or anything like that? Probably not, just for the simple fact of there's so much other stuff coming out that, this one is... kind of got put on the back burner. All right, so here is one thing I am stoked on right here. So there are people that are huge Resident Evil fans and people that are huge Silent Hill fans, and you can be both if you want, but I was always more of a Silent Hill player than I was a Resident Evil player. Played Resident Evil 1 and 2, the originals, not the remasters, when they came out, right, on PlayStation, PS1, or whatever it was back in the day. It was PS1, I'm pretty sure. But it was PS1. I don't know why I'm saying I'm pretty sure. But Silent Hill, 1 and 2, that was mainly what I was into. I didn't get into Resident Evil till later on. So they are, I guess, remastering it. Let me see. Okay, so Japanese YouTuber Tubro recently streamed the first 90 minutes of Silent Hill 2 to give fans to spot the similarities and differences between Konami's 2001 classic and Bloober's efforts. So we're not going to watch 90 minutes of this, but let's watch a portion of it and see what it looks like. All right, so obviously this dude has stream going. Let's see here. We're just going to skip through some of it. And it obviously looks way better than it did back then, but I'm actually pretty stoked to play this. So this is something that we'll probably play on the channel. I really, really enjoyed playing Silent Hill 1 and 2 back in the day. It was one of those games where you would turn the lights off and you'd play it and you would just scare the crap out of yourself. Yeah, this is going to be sick. And it looks really good. Did Bluebird, did they do, did Bluebird do... Still Wakes the Deep? Oh, they did Blair Witch. Because I was going to say, Still Wakes the Deep. Who did that? That game was... That was probably one of my favorite games I've played this year. I really, really enjoyed this. It had such a, like immersive story to it. And just great atmosphere. The Chinese Room. What else have these guys done? Sure. Dear Esther, I've never played this. Heard of it, never played it. Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. I've heard this was like subpar. Still Wakes the Deep though. This is probably one of my favorite games of the year. I have not played this, Bloodlines 2. So, is Dear Esther any good? Does anybody know? Uncompromising emotional experience, starting life as a cult mod in 2007. Dear Esther is recognized as a major title in pushing forward the boundaries of game design and storytelling. Is one of the standalone independent releases of 2012. So this is that old. I mean, I know I've heard of it before, but I just, I don't remember what the story's about, and I've never played it. Let me know in chat if anybody's played Dear Esther, if it's worth a playthrough or not. What is it with this quality? 720 is the best it'll give us.
I've begun my voyage in a paper boat without a bottom. I will fly to the moon in it. I've been folded along a crease in time, a weakness in the sheet of life. Now you've settled on the opposite side of the paper to me. I can see your traces in the ink that soaks through the fiber, the pulped vegetation. When we become waterlogged, and the cage disintegrates, we will intermingle. When this paper aeroplane leaves the cliff edge and carves parallel vapor trails in the dark, we will come together.
So this story already has me wanting to go play this. So these guys know how to make an immersive story game. The Chinese Room, like, I want to go back and play this. This is from 2012. Wow, I wonder how much that goes for now, like on Steam. Let's look it up. $10. Landmark edition. So mostly positive reviews. I'm gonna have to watch some gameplay. Let's see what people are saying. So this person recently played it. Not sure what this game was all about when I started, and upon finishing, I still have no idea what the game was about, but I enjoyed playing whatever it is. Through the best part of spending my close to 3 hours wandering around in the dark is that I didn't have to watch the big political debate tonight. That's an enormous plus for me. I agree. I am so sick of hearing politics. Obviously, I vote every year. Just such a pain in the ass, especially this time of year where you can't get on YouTube, you can't do anything, you can't drive down the road without seeing these stupid signs and seeing these idiots just go back and forth and like making smear campaigns against each other. Like, I'm so sick of it. All right, so a simple walking simulator game. You walk from point to point and listen to story voiceover along the way. The environments are pretty and the story can be immersive if you pay attention. The music is also a standout. It's a type of game where you play when you want to relax and enjoy an interesting narrative. So it's one of those sort of like, I guess, cinematic type games where it's just you're moving around in a narrative and not really doing much else, which is fine. Like this person says, these are cool to play when you want to just relax. This person over here on the side says 10/10, a true masterpiece gaming experience. Set 3 hours aside, a nice drink and enjoy. That's the way to do it right there. So get you something to snack on, get you something to drink, and just relax, man, and spend $10 and play and just have a little bit of escapism. You don't always have to be blowing shit up or running from a mass murderer. You know, sometimes it's just about, like, you know, games giving you that little bit of escapism and chilling out and relaxing. So I'll probably play this on stream at some point. Because basically, I played games hardcore as a kid, right? Played games hardcore as a kid, and then all the way up from, I'm talking about the 80s, born in 1986 here. So I had a Super Nintendo straight out the get-go. Had an original Nintendo, right? But first major system was a Super Nintendo, and then Sega Genesis, all the way up until Xbox 360 came out. And what year did the 360 come out? Does anybody know off the top of their head? So let me see here. 2005. So I had mine pretty soon right after it came out, and gamed hardcore all the way from, you know, the time I was a toddler all the way up until like 2008. And then I stopped gaming from like 2008 all the way to about 2015. So I quit for about, you know, a solid 7-8 years. And then I started gaming with my son. We went through all the Lego games, right? Like Lego Star Wars and the Lego City games and Lego Avengers and Lego Harry Potter, like all those. Like we did all of them. And then, Friday the 13th game came out for PS4 and changed my life and brought me back. So I've been gaming since then. But so what I'm trying to get to is I missed all of these gnarly games, right? That I have to go back and I have to play, like this Dear Esther game, from 2012. Like I wasn't even gaming at that time. And there's so many awesome games that came out during this time. Like I didn't play Skyrim, right? Games like that I missed out on, and now it's like if I go back, I feel like, do I really want to go back and experience that? Because I've already seen all the memes for it and all that other stuff. I feel like it's been ruined for me, but I don't know. And then just going back and having the time dedication to play a game like that versus playing newer games, right? That also kind of take precedence. So when the Xbox 360 came out, the core version, it was $300. Those were the days, guys, when consoles were that cheap. Obviously, technology's changed. They're packing way more in it now, but still, So I had, let me see if I can look it up. I'll bring it back up on screen here. So I had, I think it was it the Halo edition? It was either Halo or Call of Duty. It was like OD green. Yeah, it was this one. Yeah, because it was like a special, like one of the special releases. It's kind of sick. Look at that controller. Look how weird and funny that looks compared to today's controllers. You're selling this on eBay for $230, $200. I don't even know why I'm looking at this, but what games they got with it. They got Modern Warfare 2, Halo 3, Halo Reach. What was that? Fight Night, 2K, Sims, Dead Rising, Splinter Cell. $200. There you go, guys. Low Country Listings, they got you here. Yeah, that was such a cool console, though. It looks so awesome. I remember when I bought this. Back when you could get the hard drives and put them right on top like that. That was such a good design, honestly. All right, guys. So, what are we doing? We've streamed going on about an hour now. And really achieved what I wanted to do here. Just wanted to talk about some of the horror news that's out there. Some of the releases I haven't talked about on the channel yet, and some of the game stuff that I haven't talked about on the channel. Just a couple of things to look forward to. I'm going to start streaming instead of 2 days a week. I'm trying to bump it up to 4. So gruesome game nights on Tuesday nights. And on Wednesday nights, we will probably start doing these videos. And then Thursday mornings, like today, we're going to do another game morning, not a game night. It'll be gruesome game morning, I guess. And then Friday nights we'll continue on our creep show. So gonna bump up streaming to 4 days a week, and I may stream tomorrow morning on Friday the 13th and do a game stream just to make sure I get 4 streams in this week. But I will most definitely be here for the Friday night creep show tomorrow night, the Friday the 13th edition. So if you guys are watching this on the replay, come back tomorrow night for the Friday the 13th Friday night creep show, because it's going to be a good time. It always is. And it looks like I've had 0 people in chat today, this morning. So this isn't my normal time to stream. and kind of decided to on a whim. So I know most of you guys would have been here if I would have had this scheduled out better. But if you're watching this on the repeat, I appreciate you guys. And let me know down in the comments if you watch this on the repeat, if you're one of the people that are normally in the chat, part of the creep community. But other than that, a few things I want to say before we turn this stream off is, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, do so. Like this stream if you liked it. And I have some merch that is going away very soon. That is the Cinema Creep Summer Collection. That will be on sale until 10/1, October 1st. And then part of that collection is probably going away for good. And then we're going to be dropping the Cinema Creep Halloween Fall Collection. So if you are into anything that I'm selling in the store right now, you might want to pick it up just in case it doesn't make a comeback. With that, the Patreon channel does a lot to help out the channel here. We've got 3 Patreons currently. We have Boom Squad Gaming, we have Edgar Allan Doe, and we have Frank. So appreciate those patrons. Every dollar helps support the channel, especially since when movie and film review channels like this, every single video gets copyright striked, to where like none of them can be monetized. So monetizing via AdSense when I'm able to is going to be something that probably doesn't happen at Cinema Creep. So trying to rely on patrons to help drive the channel growth. So check it out if you're interested in that. You can become a patron for as little as $2 a month, and there's also a free tier over there as well. So all of that is down in the description. So with that said, guys, I appreciate all of you, especially if you're watching this on the replay, like I said. And as always, stay creepy, and I'll see you guys on the